The starting point is one that I think is the most surprising, right, to most people, which is that whether you're pro-life or pro-choice or don't know anything about the issue, most people have this sense that in the distant past, right, in our history, abortion has been illegal, and it is only and frowned upon, and it's only in the sort of modern world in which abortion has been legalized and accepted. And that's simply not true. Right, that abortion is actually completely unregulated in the United States for most of the first century of its existence. And it's only at the turn of the 19th century that these battles start happening. So that's the starting point, I think, of any timeline. In every period, the people who are fighting over abortion think that abortion is a conflict over this thing. Right? But the interesting thing to me is that this thing has changed over time. And so what the abortion conflict was a conflict about in the 1960s is not the same as what it's a conflict about today. And it's not what it was a conflict about in the 1840s, for example, when it was first criminalized. And so that's, I think, the main argument and the main scholarly contribution of the book, is to sort of point out that abortion has been almost this empty conflict into which each age or each period in our social development has sort of poured their anxieties and other issues into. So when they're fighting about abortion, they may be fighting about women's rights, or they may be fighting about sexuality, they may be fighting about partisanship, they may be fighting about medical professionalization, they might be fighting about immigration. All of these things have been what abortion has been about at different times. And seeing that line from, over 100 years ago to today is what I think was most fascinating about writing the book.